Oh man, welcome back for another special holiday Monday of My Plate, My Choice, man. Hey, listen, I love coming to do My Plate, My Choice on a holiday because I feel like those are the times where, we tend to get excited for the holidays. We tend to plan to kind of go off schedule as far as our eating goes. So I think it's important to have that reminder on this specific day to, hey, listen, do a little something, but don't do too much, right? Don't get too far off track. So, thank you all for tuning in and joining another edition of My Plate, My Choice. You guys know I always tell you I appreciate you. Real simple. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you all tuning in. I appreciate you guys locking in each and every Monday. My plate, my choice, the single life. I appreciate it. Trust me, it doesn't go unnoticed. All your commentary throughout the show, very much appreciated. All right. So listen, without further ado, I want to get into it. And I want to talk about something. I need you guys to kind of follow with me today, kind of roll with me as I paint a very broad picture for you. As I paint a very broad picture for you today, I need you to kind of roll with me so I can kind of hit home with something. Okay, so just follow the point. Just follow the point. Let's stick to it. All right. So listen, I want to talk about. I want to discuss this theory of self care. Right now, you'll see where I'm going. So, like, George, what does my plate, my choice have to do with self care? Just stay with me. I got you. All right. So, I want to talk about this theory of self care. Right. Because over the last year or two, there has been like a real driving force for self love and self care and investing that time in yourself and making sure you do things that build you up and that uplift you, right? So, and I'm a big supporter of self care. I absolutely believe in self care. Excuse me, I absolutely believe in self-care. I absolutely believe in doing those things that help you, whether it be mentally, physically, emotionally. I absolutely believe that, right? And this is not just something for ladies. I know we tend to just kind of generalize self-care for ladies, but it's not, right? Self-care is something that men do too, right? So I want to give you guys know. I probably get that from my dad. I always love to present a definition before I truly get into talking about a certain subject. So I want to hit you guys with the definition of self-care. Self care means taking the time to do things that help you live well and improve both your physical health and mental health. This can help you manage stress, lower your risk of illness, and increase your energy. Even small acts of self care in your daily life can have a big impact. I'll read it one more time, all right? Self care. Self care means taking the time to do things that help you live well and improve both your physical health and mental health. This can help you manage stress, lower your risk of illness, and increase your energy. Even small acts of self care in your daily life can have a big impact. All right. So big proponents of self care, right? Big proponents of self care, right? So let's think about it, right? What does self care look like to you? What does self care look like to you? Self care may look like some people. Oh, I like to go shopping and self care. Go buy some things that I think will look nice on me or whatever, or buy some things for the house, or self care. Oh, you going to get your hair done? Boom. Guys, go get your hair cut. Get that beard. Guys with a fresh cut and a beard is unstoppable, right? So self care, you may go get a mani pedi. Self care, you may go get a massage. Self care, you may go out and just spend time in the park alone. Shut yourself down from the world and your obligations. Ignore your phone for a while and just have that time for yourself. Self care, there's so many different approaches to self care, right? You may take yourself for a nice meal. Self care, I'm gonna go to a restaurant that I like, get a meal that I love. That's self care, right? These are all different components of self-care, and self-care looks different to each individual, right? What I may consider self-care, Elder Cunningham, learning to say no to others, that is self-care. Absolutely, right? I'm learning to say no, like, nah, I'm not coming. No, I can't come. This is my day. I'm gonna be in the house today. George, I'm in the house. I tell people that all the time. You go, no, I don't go anywhere. I'm in the house. Church, gym, work. That's it. And church and work are the same thing. Like, I'm in the house, right? I'm in the house. That's self care for me, right? So self care looks different for each individual, but we all have things that we subscribe to for self care, right? Self care may be taking yourself to a movie. By the way, listen, I will, if I can get a plug right here. My mom wanted the family to go to the movies last night, and we went to see this movie entitled The Forge last night. I truly encourage everybody to go see it. The Forge is such a phenomenal movie. It's good for the kids. It's good for the adults. It's good for the grandparents. Like, it is a great movie, great message. Put it on your list. The Forge. Go see it. Right. All right. So self care may look like going to the movies though. I love movies. When at my house though, I like to watch them on the different streaming platforms that I have. Right. So all these are different aspects of self care. Okay. All these are different aspects of self care. All right. Now I have to present something though. And if you guys watch The Single Life, you know I talked last Monday about being delusional, right? And I want to say this. Some of us have gotten to this place of being delusional in our self-care goal because we want to care for the self that is the easiest to care for. I'll say it again, right? Some of us have gotten delusional in our self care because we want to care for the goal, or we want to, how did I say that? We want to take care of the goal that is the easiest or the road with less resistance, right? So it's easy to go get your hair done. That's easy, self care. It's easy to go get a mani pedi, self care. Easy to go get a massage, self care. Easy to go to the movies, easy to take yourself to dinner. That is all self care. But you're delusional in that because you are addressing an area that truly doesn't need the care. The care should be your health first. The care should be this body first, not the material things, right? Not the external things that people can see. I got to take care of me to make sure that I'm going to be here for a long time. I have to take care of the me to make sure that as I move, I don't hurt every time I move. I don't hurt every time I get up, right? I don't hurt. I'm okay. I can take off running if I need to, right? And don't let age, oh man, I'm at this age. Age is not a factor. If you take care of your body will respond. You all read the Bible just like I do. Tell me how everybody in the Bible we talk, they're 100 plus, moving, functioning. We don't hear about them in wheelchairs and no, bro. Listen, when we tend to make age now like, oh man, well, once you get to this certain platform, you're no longer going to be able to. No, you can still enjoy life. You can still be functional. You can still move on your own without assistance as long as you take care of your body, right? So when we talk about self-care, we cannot be delusional. We have to truly address self first. It's self-care. How can I have self-care? How can I take a day of self-care, a pamper me day, however you want to look at it, and I am not truly trying to care for self? All right, I got you. Let's go. Question. You don't have to answer this in the chat. It's rhetorical. You just think about it. How many trips do you think you can take? How many trips can you take without truly fixing the problem of self? Oh, well, every time I want to have a self-care day, I want to travel. Okay. Well, every time I have a self-care day, I'm gonna do my hair, cut my hair, change my hair color. How many different times can you change your hair or cut your hair before you realize that is not the self that needs fixing? It's not. You go shopping. Okay, cool. Let's think about this. Let's look at this timeline, all right? So you go shopping on a self-care day. You go shopping, you buy things, right? And then you come home and you put them on and you're frustrated because the self that you're trying to put them on has not been repaired and you don't like where you are. How are you truly caring for self? Okay. All right. I'll tell you guys this. My brother and I used to watch this show. It used to come on MTV. We used to like watch it or either just chat about it when we would kind of catch up. It was called Pimp My Ride. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Pimp My Ride, right? But Pimp My Ride, for those of you that don't know, I'll give you the background of it. So Pimp My Ride, what they would do is they would find these people with these raggedy, beat down cars, right? And they would fix these cars up to just a level that was a bit too much for me at times. You know what I mean? Like they would take like an old beat up van and they would put TVs in it and game systems in it and might put a fish tank in it and have these real nice they might put a sofa in the back of the van, or if it was a car, they would just do like these really outlandish things to like really dress this car up on the outside. And my brother and I would always ask the same question. We would always see each other and we'd be like, listen, why do they do all this work to the outside? But if the car was beat up and the car was raggedy and the car didn't really start, how come they haven't addressed the engine? How come they didn't address the internal things that really need to get done to the car to keep the car moving and function? You go put, 22-inch rims or 25, 26-inch rims on a car, but it doesn't really go anywhere because the engine was bad and you didn't want to fix the engine, right? Like, and as we would watch it, we would just think about how crazy that is. But I'm trying to draw a parallel and help you understand that is how your self-care looks. You want to address the outside that people see, but you don't address the body. Like this whole My Plate, My Choice series that I've been on for several months now is about you addressing the body and health concerns and health topics and health issues that we need to address in order to make sure we're here, in order to make sure we're living a healthy life, in order to make sure that we are maximizing our potential each and every day on this earth. You got to think about that, right? Like, oh man, we quick to go, I'm gonna go buy a dress. You go buy a dress for a body that you cannot stand. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm just asking, like, guys, I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but we just have to be real. It's time for us to start being real with each other, okay? Time for us to start being real, and that starts first with being honest, all right? So listen, so we would just think the show was so absolutely backwards because they would never address the real needs. And as I was working in my notes, I just said, man, that's crazy because that's really how we function. Because for whatever reason, we do not address the real needs on a self-care day. Hey, self-care day, I'm about to cook. Right? I'm going to cook on self-care day because I'm going to make sure I have meals for the rest of the week so I don't have to keep eating out. So I don't have to keep going places and eating bad food so I don't keep gaining weight, right? I'm going to cook on self-care day. Self-care day, I'm going to go walk. See, this is the stuff that we want to hear about. I'm going to go walk on self-care day. I'm going to let self-care day be day one of starting a new habit. I'm going to go walk. That's what self-care should look like, right? So then once we have tackled that and once we have addressed that and got that, in a good position, now it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, now on self-care day, I can go do some other stuff, right? I can go work on some other things. Because now I have addressed the main thing, which is this body. Like this body is important. Stop working on it. I don't care about your lashes. I care about your health. I don't care. I'm being honest. I don't care. I don't care how many times. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I care about your health. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. Okay. All right. So let's look at it. Let's think about this. I'm gonna ask y'all a simple question. And I'll tell you guys this while as I get to the question. Culturally, as African Americans, right? Because that's predominantly who I'm talking to as I see on the street, right? Culturally, why do you all think that we don't put much emphasis on our health? Why don't we put much emphasis on our health? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm not going to give you an answer because I don't have one. But I'm asking you to just think about it. Why don't we put emphasis on our health as a culture? I'm in the gym all the time. I promise you, this is a conversation. I just had this conversation at the end of last week with a guy in the gym. And he was telling me, he said, man, I always try to go around the gym and, talk to the black men when I see them in the gym and just encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. He said, because when I look around, I don't see a lot of us in the gym. I said, man, I'm telling you, I come in the gym all the time. Like my workout time versus my training time, it varies. My workout time is always the same, but I train at different times. So I get to see different aspects of the gym and different people in the gym in those time slots. And our culture is never well represented in the gym. I'm not saying that we're not in there. Yeah, we're in there. But in comparison, the numbers are very low. We're definitely the minority. Why do you all think we don't care about, we don't care? And I'm honestly saying we don't care about our health. We get to a certain age and it's like, I don't have to worry about that. I live my life. I'm good. Are you? Are you? But we look around the gym and it's almost depressing, right? It's almost depressing to see so many other races making an investment in their health because they desire to be here. And then it's like for us though, like it's just such a small population. But we outside. We outside. Oh, you can find us at the brunch. Yeah. You can find us at the brunch spot. You can find us at the lounge. You can find us at the party. You can find us there. We are always heavily represented there. But where it really matters, not so much. Come on now. We got to make it make sense. right? We got to make it make sense. I'm going to say this, right? And I don't want anybody to be offended, but again, this is what we have to be honest about. Overweight or obesity equals more stress. I want you to think about that. Overweight, your overweight self, or an obese self, or an obese version of you, equals more stress. And you say, well, George, what do you mean when you say more stress? All right, I'll give you to it in a couple different ways, right? Mentally, that stress, because nobody truly likes to be there. You have allowed yourself to get there out of being comfortable, but nobody likes to be there. Nobody likes to have to, like, you gotta, everybody has to order shirts, and you don't like being the one with multiple X's behind your order. Nobody likes to be there, right? So there's a mental stress. There's a mental, like, man, that just bothers me. But there's no action that shows that you're bothered. That's why self-care needs to be focused on health, right? Physical stress. Do you all understand that, like, that excess weight on your body, 2 and 3 times the amount that your body was designed to carry around, puts so much extra stress on your heart? Do you really understand that? Your body, your heart has to work twice as hard because it's got to pump blood. Like, it's got to keep pumping. It's like, well, bro, why are you doing this to me? You don't like me? What did I do? What did I do? Why are you making me work so hard? Right? Added stress on your joints. You walk around, your back hurt. My back hurt. It's not a sports injury. You didn't have a car accident. It's the weight on your body. My hips, the weight on your body, my knees. I don't know why my knees hurt so bad. It's the excess weight that you are carrying around on your body. You got to do something about it. Don't tell me about another self-care travel day or another self-care restaurant day without telling me about a self-care health day. I'm taking care of me first. I'm truly taking care of me. Not the material me, the true me. Right? I promise you, start dropping that weight and you'll tell me, man, my knees feel so much better. Why? Because they're not having to carry this extra weight. All right. It's okay. I'm closing, right? I'm closing with this. Last night I was, early this morning. Yeah, it was early this morning, right? So I was kind of like, I went to sleep early. Kind of early when we got back from the movie. It was kind of, I guess it was around 10 or whatever. And so I think I ate and then I went to bed. And I went to bed and I slept good. And I woke up pretty early this morning and I was just kind of tossing and turning, right? Tossing and turning. And then I dozed off again. And when I dozed off, follow me, right? When I dozed off, I had this dream, right? And in this dream, I'm not gonna tell you all the details of the dream, but I was at an event or whatever, and I'm bumping into people and talking to people and just kind of enjoying the event and seeing this facility and all this kind of stuff like that or whatever. It was a really cool dream. It wasn't anything negative about the dream, right? It was a really cool dream. And God said something to me in the dream that I woke up and I had to make note of. God said, son, do you understand how powerful your mind is? He said, because when you go to sleep, you're not plugged into a network of other people that are asleep. Right? It's not like I go to sleep, I'm gonna just see, Elder Cunningham. I go to sleep and me and Elder Cunningham are plugged in, you know what I'm saying? And our dreams are connected. No. Like that's not how it happens. Right? So when you go to sleep, like you are in your own levels, different levels of REM sleep. You're there. But here's what God was telling me. He said, son, listen. When you're in your dream and you're having conversations, subject verb agreement in your dreams, you're seeing places, pictures, things, you're traveling, you're meeting people. All this is happening in your dream. You meet multiple people and you talk to people in your dream. He said, son, do you understand how powerful your mind truly is? I said, wow. Like, really? So why do we limit ourselves and say what our minds cannot do. Man, I can't make a choice to do this. I can't make a choice I can't really get my health together. Why? I just showed you how powerful your mind is. It will respond to what you tell it to, because you have what you say. So if I start speaking to it and then I give corresponding action that align to it, I'll give you guys this. I talk to my daughter on the way to school every morning. You know, our routine, she'll read her scriptures here, and then I'll have her pray while we're on the way to school. And I tell Jordan very specifically, I say, Jordan, pray for specific things that you want to see God do in your life. Don't be afraid to share it with God. If it's something you need help with, talk to God about it. If it's something that you are battling, talk to God about it. Don't be afraid to talk to God about the things that you desire for Him to do in your life. So I'm saying that to you. If you struggle with eating right, every day in prayer, God, I thank you that you give me the strength to make the right choices as it pertains to my eating. God, I thank you that I'm able to suppress desires for the wrong things, those things that I don't need. God, I thank you that I'm getting stronger and I'm able to suppress it. Speak to it. Your mind is so powerful. Your mind can see things being done. I promise you this. If you truly allow your mind to start seeing yourself healthy, you will start to act in that way. If you allow your mind to start seeing you make better decisions, you will begin to act in that way. But see, when you allow your mind to tell you about, man, as soon as I get off, I'm about to go get me some cheesecake. I've been craving cheesecake all day. Your mind has a picture of cheesecake in it. So that's why your driving force is to get to the cheesecake. But just like your mind sees cheesecake in it, your mind can see a healthy version of your body in it. Your mind can see a body that's not obese. Your mind can see a body that's not hurt. Your mind can see that if you allow it to. If you allow it to. Self-care has to truly start with the body. Self-care cannot continue to be focused on the outward things. Self-care has to start inwardly. It's got to start here first. All right. Hey, I'm not gonna hold y'all because I know it's a holiday. You probably got plans, cookouts, things to go to. That's cool. Listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. I will catch you guys for the Single Life next week. Otherwise, man, y'all be blessed.